Hi guys, Rachael Cook, Doctor of Audiology at Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 6 best hearing aid picks of 2024. Coming up. Part of the fun of welcoming in a new year is ushering in all of the new and improved technology. And hearing aid technology is no different. I always feel like this is about to be the best year for hearing aid tech yet, and every single year I'm right, as the research in this space moves incredibly fast. At the close of one year and the start of another, we get to look back together at what worked well in 2023 and what upgrades we get to look forward to in 2024. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to check out Dr. Cliff Olson's videos for Best Receiver and Canal Hearing Aids of 2024, Best Bluetooth Hearing Aids of 2024, and Best Invisible Hearing Aids of 2024, and all of those will be linked in the description below. But in today's video, I'll be walking you through all of my favorite hearing aid picks for 2024. But before I begin, keep in mind that this lineup is in no particular order, because the hearing aid that might be best for you may not be the best hearing aid option for someone else. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right in with my 6 picks for the best hearing aids in 2024. This year's lineup starts with a receiver and canal style of device, the Phonak Audeo Lumity. The Phonak Audeo Lumity lineup comes in 4 technology levels: level 90, 70, 50, and 30, with the 90 level being their premium product. Now, if you're questioning which technology level to go with, just keep in mind that each time you go down in technology level, this removes features and customizations away from your provider when they are programming the instruments for you. Now, this doesn't necessarily guarantee that you'll lose performance. There's just the potential of leaving some benefit on the table. And so our recommendation is always the same. You go with the highest level of technology that you can reasonably afford, and it then becomes the job of your provider to maximize the performance of those devices to the best of their ability. Now, every hearing aid in the Audeo Lumity family is only available with a rechargeable battery, but that doesn't mean that options are limited. In fact, the Audeo Lumity family includes the Audeo R for rechargeable, the RTs that are rechargeable with a telecoil, the slim version, and the Audeo Lumity Life, which is their waterproof option. Each of these hearing aids boasts up to a 24-hour battery life off of a single 3-hour charge. Just which charger you use will depend on the model. The Lumity R and RTs utilize the charger ease, the Lumity Slims use its own slim charger, and the Lumity Lifes use the charger case Go, which is the only one that comes with an internal power bank to allow you to charge your hearing aids up to 3 times without a connection to power. The Phonak Audeo Lumity hearing aids are even compatible with the Lumity Cross R transmitter for those with single-sided deafness. These devices come in a variety of hair colors and skin tones, and this year we even saw the introduction of 3 new fun color options, including Precious Pink, Caribbean Pirate Teal, and electric green. While these hearing aids can be fit with a variety of non-custom domes, Phonak also offers incredible custom ear molds, either made out of acrylic or titanium, that also use acoustically optimized venting. By taking a variety of factors into account, such as your hearing loss and your ear canal size and shape, their ear molds deliver the appropriate amount of power while also avoiding the feeling of being plugged up by creating the perfect sized vent. One brand new feature is the ability to submit 3D ear scans from the Naida Otoscan rather than physical silicone impressions to create these ear molds, which not only results in an incredible fit, but also cuts down on production time since you don't have to mail anything in. Now, the Phonak Lumity hearing aids utilize AutoSense 5.0 to identify the acoustics of your environment and to automatically switch you between different programs designed for those distinct environments without you having to do a thing. Not only that, but each of these distinct programs is fully customizable by your hearing care provider, meaning that adjustments made in any one of these programs will not necessarily have to impact the settings of your other programs. This includes even all of the streaming settings for listening to music, taking phone calls, or even adjusting the sound coming from any one of their compatible accessories, which I will touch on here in just a moment. Phonak also has 7 smart speech technologies within the Lumity devices, such as Stereo Zoom 2.0, which leads to a 16% improvement in understanding speech and background noise when compared to traditional fixed directional microphones. This also includes Speech Sensor, which results in a 15% improvement in speech understanding when that speech is coming from the side or behind you, and Speech Enhancer, which can double the amount of amplification given to soft speech in quiet environments. In addition, Motion Sensor Hearing uses an actual motion sensor to change the microphone focus when you are moving versus when you're standing still, and allows for the tap control feature to answer and end calls, start and stop streaming, and even access your virtual assistant like Siri. Dynamic noise cancellation reduces listening effort and noise, and active vent receiver technology opens and closes your hearing aid receiver vents to help you perform better in background noise and give you better resolution of streamed audio like music and phone calls. And the last smart speech technology is the Roger devices that can provide incredible improvements in speech understanding in noisy settings or across long distances like in church or auditoriums. Now, Phonak devices utilize Bluetooth Classic, meaning that they can pair or connect with nearly any Bluetooth-enabled device, including both iPhones and Androids, as well as laptops and even many TVs. And this comes in handy, given the fact that they are the only hearing aids that can connect to 8 different devices with 2 active pairings at any given time. This means that if your hearing aids are hooked up to your laptop and all of a sudden you start receiving a phone call from your cell phone, it will pause the streaming on your laptop, switch over, let you take the call, switch you right back over once the call is over, all without you having to turn Bluetooth on and off. Now, the Lumity hearing aids have been available for some time now, but numerous firmware updates over the course of the last year have allowed them to remain at the top of their game. This is combined with the many updates that have been made to the MyPhonak app to significantly improve its stability and expand on its many features. These include the ability to change volume and programs, customize many features like noise reduction and speech focus, and create your own custom programs. But perhaps my favorite feature within the app, especially for my world traveler or long distance patients, is their integrated remote care. This allows you to connect with your hearing care professional for virtual visits to review the data in your devices and adjust your hearing aid settings without even having to be in the office. And this app isn't even just for making changes to the hearing aids themselves, but is also compatible with their wide range of wireless accessories that can significantly level up your hearing aid performance. These include the TV connector for improved volume and clarity of dialogue on TV, the partner mic to send speech directly from the source right into your hearing aids, and the entire lineup of Roger devices that help to decrease background noise and improve speech clarity in a variety of challenging listening situations. Now, as you probably gathered, I cannot say enough good things about the Phonak Lumity hearing aids, but in order to get the maximum benefit out of these devices, it is critical that you work with a provider who follows comprehensive best practices. Now, if you're new here, best practices are a series of procedures that must be completed by your hearing care professional in order to obtain the maximum amount of benefit from your devices. But unfortunately, fewer than 30% of hearing healthcare professionals actually follow comprehensive best practices, which means you miss out on experiencing all of the benefits that these hearing aids can provide. But don't worry, if you're looking for an easy way to find a hearing care professional in your area who follows best practices, head on over to hearingup.com to find a Hearing Up Network member near you so that you can experience the difference that exceptional hearing care makes. Now, the second hearing aid on this year's list is another receiver and canal style device, the Oticon Real. The Oticon Real comes in 3 technology levels, 1, 2, and 3, with the level 1 being their premium product offering. This hearing aid is available in both rechargeable and a disposable size 312 battery option, and incredibly, both come standard with a telecoil, meaning that that doesn't even have to factor into your decision. They even have rechargeable and disposable battery cross transmitters for those with single-sided deafness, but I have to say the battery life on the rechargeable cross is perhaps one of the best for a rechargeable cross transmitter on the market. For the rechargeable model, there are 2 charger options, the standard desktop charger or the smart charger that does have an internal power bank for on-the-go charging. Oticon also has a great lineup of color options to match hair and skin tones, with the fun color options of Hear Pink and Olive Green in their rechargeable lineup. The Oticon Real hearing aids use the new Polaris R chip, which has an onboard deep neural network that was trained on over 12 million real-life sound samples. Using a form of AI, the deep neural network processes both speech and background noise with the goal of keeping you aware of surrounding sounds without compromising speech understanding. Now, thanks to Oticon's incredible feedback management system, a wide variety of hearing loss configurations, especially high-frequency hearing loss, can still be treated effectively while using a non-custom rubber dome. And this is great news given the fact that the two most common forms of hearing loss, age-related hearing loss and noise-induced hearing loss, both result in high-frequency hearing loss, making this hearing aid a great option for many people. But if your hearing loss is significant enough to warrant the use of a custom ear mold, you're in luck, as they make fantastic custom ear molds called micro shells, micro molds, and even power shells made out of acrylic, silicone, or their Variotherm material that is both rigid and flexible to fit nearly any ear canal and hearing loss. Compared to their previous product, the Oticon More, the Oticon Real saw the introduction of their sudden sound stabilizer that can handle and reduce nearly 500,000 sudden sounds that you might encounter during the course of your day. They also significantly improved their wind and handling stabilizer to reduce annoying wind noise when outside and the disturbance that can come from your hair or glasses rubbing up against the microphones. While this product was released in March of 2023, Oticon has released numerous firmware updates over the last year, particularly to improve the Bluetooth connectivity and stability, which is important since the Oticon Real hearing aids can connect with iPhones and Androids that use the ASHA streaming protocol to stream music, podcasts, phone calls, and more. However, using the Oticon Real hearing aids with an iPhone 11 and newer opens up some features that are proprietary to the Apple iOS operating system, like Live Listen that can turn your phone into a remote microphone, background sounds that can help to reduce the perception of tinnitus, and even two-way audio for hands-free phone calls. Along with the continual improvements made through firmware updates, the app itself saw some major changes this year. Previously, the Oticon On app was used to make adjustments to volume and program changes, while you needed a completely separate app for things like remote care visits. With the new release of the Oticon Companion app, hearing aid controls and virtual visits were combined into one interface, which I find much easier to keep track of. This app also features the Find My Hearing Aid option, where you can see the last location your hearing aids were paired to your phone if you happen to misplace them. And the app is even compatible with the Apple Watch for quick changes to volume and programs. As you can tell, there's not much that the Oticon Real hearing aid can't do, which is why I never had any doubt at all that it would make this year's list of best hearing aids in 2024. Now, with all of the good things that I've been saying about these hearing aids, I think it's an important time to let you know that none of our best of videos are sponsored. Hearing aid companies did not and will never be able to pay us to be on these lists. These are my real and honest opinions based on working with these devices every single day in the clinic, and all of these hearing aids have absolutely earned their way onto this list, so you can rest easy knowing that this is not a pay-to-play list. Now, the third hearing aid on my best of 2024 list is a power behind-the-ear device, the Phonak Naida Lumity. If this product sounds familiar, it's because it boasts nearly all of the same great features of the Phonak Audeo Lumity devices, with the addition that this is an ultra power behind the ear hearing aid that can fit even the most severe hearing losses. The Phonak Naida Lumity is available in the same 4 technology levels, the 90, 70, 50, and 30, and is available in a power rechargeable device or an ultra power device that uses a size 675 disposable battery. The power rechargeable device uses the Phonak Charger Combi BTE2 and can be combined with a power pack for charging on the go. The Cross LR transmitter is compatible with the Phonak Naida Lumity PR, offering up a rechargeable solution for individuals that wear behind-the-ear hearing aids and have single-sided deafness. However, the Naida Lumity Power Rechargeable is not available with a telecoil, but you can get a telecoil in the ultra power version. The fitting range on these hearing aids is impressive, including even the most severe levels of hearing loss, and are used with either silicone or acrylic custom ear molds made again by Phonak's impressive customs team. Bluetooth connectivity, wireless accessories, app controls, and remote care are all available as they are with the Phonak Audeo Lumity lineup, offering several solutions for managing even the most difficult and challenging listening environments. These hearing aids also take advantage of the incredible AutoSense 5.0 to change you between different programs depending on which type of listening environment that you are in, and they also house 6 of the 7 smart speech technologies that the Audeo lineup includes, with the exception of the Activent technology. But we do still retain the compatibility with the Roger devices, which is very, very important. You've got the Roger On IN version 2, you've got the Roger Select IN, you've even got the Roger Table Mic 2, and that's in addition to all of the other accessories that are also compatible with these hearing aids. These Roger devices are incredible for helping to reduce background noise and also shortening the distance between what you want to hear and where you are actually seated. Now, if you need a power or an ultra power hearing aid, it is going to be pretty difficult to find another hearing aid on the market that can pack in everything that the Phonak Naida Lumity lineup can. But with all these bells and whistles, you might be wondering, what do hearing aids like those even cost? But unfortunately, it's nearly impossible for me to ballpark pricing on these hearing aids because it's incredibly dependent on where you live, the technology level that you end up going with, what services are included in that purchase, and of course, the quality of those services. That being said, it's extremely important to work with your own hearing care provider who can keep your wants, your needs, and your budget in mind when selecting the best technology for you. Next up on my list of top picks for best hearing aids in 2024 is a custom in-the-ear device, the Starkey Genesis AI custom hearing aid lineup. The Genesis AI devices are available in 4 technology levels: 24, 20, 16, and 12, with 24 being their premium offering. This custom lineup includes a super tiny invisible in-canal hearing aid all the way up to a full shell custom hearing aid. And depending on the size, these custom hearing aids can fit mild hearing losses up to severe hearing losses. While their 2 smaller options come non-wireless and wireless and use a disposable size 10 battery, the true star of the show to me are their half shell and full shell custom hearing aids that come rechargeable. The gold battery contacts in the custom charger make for super easy charger placement, even for those with extremely limited dexterity. And the new battery life on these bad boys is impressive, at a whopping 42 hours without streaming and up to 36 hours with streaming. These custom products come in 6 different colors with options for push buttons and volume wheels, and even tap control for certain adjustments. Starkey custom hearing aids are manufactured in their Eden Prairie, Minnesota lab that is known for building fantastic custom fit products like custom hearing aids and custom ear molds. In following the trend of adding artificial intelligence to hearing aids, the Starkey Genesis hearing aids saw the introduction of the Starkey Neuro Processor, their own onboard deep neural network. In addition to this upgrade in sound processing, the Genesis AI hearing aids also saw an increase in the input dynamic range, which is now 118 dBSPL and the largest range on the market. Input dynamic range is essentially the volume range of sounds a hearing aid can process, from super soft to really loud. A broad input dynamic range is great for many things, but particularly musical appreciation, as the hearing aid is not cutting out or cutting off the sound from certain instruments. While their wireless custom product offerings are technically made for iPhone, they can be connected to Android products using the Asha streaming protocol. However, if you would like to have the most reliable connection, I would definitely recommend pairing these up with iPhone devices. And this wireless connectivity is a great way to gain access to all of the new and exciting features that you will find inside of the new My Starkey app. The new app is much easier to navigate than the previous Thrive app and has more features than you will probably ever want or need, such as Edge Mode Plus, which can enhance speech understanding in noisy settings with 3 new selections: Best Sound, Enhanced Speech, and reduce noise. Not only does the app have hearing aid controls, it also has health and wellness tracking and hearing aid usage data. In addition, the motion sensor within these hearing aids can detect rapid movements like falls. And after you upload an emergency contact into the app, it can send alerts to this contact if a fall is suspected. The app also has real-time translation that's been expanded to 71 languages that will pick up the speech of a different language and translate it into the language of your choice, delivering it right into your ears. Just keep in mind that this feature is a one-way street, so your message back to them will not be delivered in their language. The app also has a self-test to identify any problems with your hearing aids that may be addressed by yourself or your hearing care professional, and comes standard with telehear remote care for virtual visits. With the new hearing aid lineup comes upgraded accessories and an increased transmission range from the previous 32 feet up to now 40 feet. These accessories include the mini remote mic and remote mic plus, their amazing table mic, a TV streamer, and a remote control if you don't want to fuss with the app or if you don't own a smartphone. It's been great to have a reliable, fully featured, custom rechargeable hearing aid on the market that can meet nearly any hearing need. So I'm not shocked that the Genesis AI just had to make the list. Next up on my best of 2024 list, we have the Signia Silk IX completely in the canal hearing aids. Now the Silk is not a new product for Signia, beginning first with the Silk and then the Silk X, both of which used a size 10 disposable battery. However, after Signia did not upgrade the Silk to the AX platform, I was pretty nervous that we were about to lose this product forever. But boy, was I glad to be corrected, because not only did they take the Silks and upgrade them to the IX platform, but they took an already amazing product and made it rechargeable. Not only does this product offer 24 hours of battery life on a single 4-hour charge, but the charging case itself actually holds 4 additional charges within it and can even be charged wirelessly on one of those charging pads. The Silk IX is currently available in 3 technology levels: the 7iX, 5iX, and 3iX, with 7iX being their premium product offered. And just as a side note, and I can't say it for sure, but Signia traditionally offers 2 lower technology options of level 1 and level 2 a good while after the product is initially released, so there is the potential that we see 5 technology levels at some point. Not only that, but the Signia Silk is the only completely in the canal device on the market that has a compatible cross transmitter and comes rechargeable. But just keep in mind that given the tiny and compact size of these devices, they're only intended to fit mild to moderate levels of hearing loss. Now, the Signia Silk is the only prescription, ready-to-wear, in-the-ear device on the market today. With the release of the integrated experience platform, the Signia Silk boasts dual processing chips, 1 chip to handle speech and 1 chip to handle noise. The Silk IX also comes with Dynamic Soundscape Processing 3.0 that uses ear-to-ear wireless 4.0 and binaural 1 mic directionality. This is unique to Signia for in-the-ear hearing aids by helping to focus the microphone importance, and for utilizing speech stabilizer to help improve speech understanding in noisy environments. These devices also use real-time conversation enhancement, a multi-stream architecture to identify multiple speakers in real time, even as they move or as the wearer turns their head. In addition to speech processing capabilities, these hearing aids also give you access to Signia's wide array of tinnitus sound therapy options, like static noise, ocean noise, and Signia's unique tinnitus notch therapy. While traditional in-the-ear devices use 3D scans or silicone impressions to build a custom-fit product, the Signia Silk IX uses non-custom domes and sleeves, allowing you to start wearing it immediately. However, a fantastic addition to the Signia Silk IX is the ability to add a custom ear tip that is perfectly molded to your ear canal for a fantastic fit and all of the acoustic benefits that come with a custom ear mold. And while you might think that it's nearly impossible to find an instant fit, completely in the canal, rechargeable hearing aid that doesn't stick out of your ears, I am always amazed at how discreet these hearing aids really are. From the side, they are almost invisible with the exception of the small faceplate that only comes in two colors, black and mocha. However, I almost always recommend black as it is hidden so well with the natural shadow at the opening of your ear canal, making it super difficult to spot. In addition to the size and sound processing features, the Silk IX devices can also use high-frequency chirps to communicate with the My Signia app on your smartphone for volume and program changes, and even some remote care options. And if you don't have a smartphone, or if you don't want to make app-based programming changes, you can always use the Mini Pocket remote control. However, it's important to note that these hearing aids do not support Bluetooth audio streaming, so if using wireless accessories or hooking up to your phone for calls and music and things like that are important to you, you're going to want to pick a different product. Now, it's certainly above my pay grade to figure out how Signia was able to fit all of this technology into such a tiny, instant fit, completely in the canal, rechargeable device, but I'm telling you right now, this is about to be an incredible option for so many people. Now, before we jump into our last, but certainly not least, hearing aid on the list of best of 2024, please take a moment to give this video a thumbs up to bring videos like these to a wider audience. And as always, if you have not yet already, hit that subscribe button with notification bell. Make sure you do that too so that you never miss any one of our newly released videos. We really appreciate it. And now, without further ado, let's jump in to my final spot on my best hearing aid list of 2024, the Phonak Lyric hearing aids. The only extended wear hearing aid on the market, Phonak Lyric hearing aids are not put in and removed at the end of each day, but rather live inside of your ear canal 24/7 for up to 2 months at a time. You can sleep, shower, and exercise without having to remove them, which makes them one of the most convenient, hands-off hearing aid options that exist. The only true 24/7 hearing aid option, Lyric hearing aids are placed in office by your hearing care provider approximately 4 millimeters from your eardrum and are exchanged between every 6 to 8 weeks. The deep insertion allows Lyric to be perhaps the only truly invisible hearing aid, which is great for those who are conscious about having their hearing aids being seen. Lyric is made up of incredibly durable and comfortable medical grade foam and comes in 7 size options for extra extra small all the way up to extra extra large, fitting almost any ear canal, and is intended to treat mild to moderate levels of hearing loss. Because Lyric utilizes a more analog sound processing strategy when compared to their digital hearing aid counterparts, many individuals find the sound quality out of these devices to be considerably more natural, but this can depend on a variety of factors. It also happens to be a great option if you have tinnitus, since many individuals see a decrease in their tinnitus perception when wearing hearing aids. And because Lyric is a 24/7 option, it can help to provide full-time tinnitus relief. Now, given their size and how far they're placed down into the ear canal, these hearing aids do not offer features like Bluetooth connectivity, app controls, customizable programs, or digital noise reduction features. But I think perhaps the biggest strength of the Lyric hearing aids is their simplicity. You just get to go about living your day-to-day life as if you're not wearing hearing aids at all. Now, using the SoundLink magnet wand, you can actually turn the devices on and off, make volume adjustments up and down, and you can also put the devices into sleep mode. The SoundLink even comes with a hidden treble hook for self-removing the device if it lost power before you were able to see your provider. Now, Lyric is highly sought after for its convenience and ease of use, but in order to have the highest level of success with your devices, you need to be an ideal candidate. This candidacy criteria includes things like your hearing loss configuration, your ear canal size and shape, medical considerations, lifestyle factors, and just how close you live to a certified Lyric provider. And you may be wondering, am I paying for brand new devices every 2 months? And the answer to that question is no. With traditional daily wear hearing aids lasting anywhere from 5 to 7 years, there is the initial one-time purchase of those devices themselves, and then whatever services are needed to program and maintain your hearing aids over the years. However, Lyric is based on a subscription model that covers the cost of the device replacements as needed, as well as the in-office services like actually exchanging the devices, removing earwax buildup as needed, and completing updated hearing evaluations. You'll pay anywhere around $4,000 to $5,000 for a double ear subscription for these hearing aids, and of course, less for a single ear subscription. This means that Lyric hearing aids might be less expensive than traditional hearing aids initially, but after a few years of renewing your subscription, you will pay more for Lyric than you would for traditional hearing aids. But considering that Lyric is incredibly invisible, requires minimal upkeep on your part, and is perhaps the closest thing to getting your natural hearing back, it absolutely might be worth it. Well, there you have it, my 6 top picks for the best hearing aids of 2024. Let's do a quick recap. We started with the Phonak Audeo Lumity receiver and canal hearing aids that utilizes Bluetooth Classic, allowing for connection to nearly any Bluetooth-enabled device, and is the perfect hearing aid for someone who wants a device that will automatically adjust program settings for them. Next, we had the Oticon Real that uses an onboard deep neural network to keep you aware of surrounding sounds while providing exceptional speech clarity, even with the use of a non-custom dome. Next, we had the Phonak Naida Lumity, a behind-the-ear device that can treat even the most severe levels of hearing loss with nearly all the same great features of the receiver and canal version, offering both a rechargeable and battery-operated version and compatibility with Phonak's impressive range of assistive listening devices. Then came the Starkey Genesis AI custom lineup, offering sizes from invisible in the canal up to full shell, with the option to have up to 36 hours of charge with a rechargeable in-the-ear device. They also offer Bluetooth and perhaps the widest array of app-based features on the market through the new and improved My Starkey app. After that came the Signia Silk IX, the only rechargeable prescription completely in canal hearing aids that can be fit instantly or with a custom ear mold and can be controlled using a smartphone app that also offers a cross transmitter for those with single-sided deafness. And finally, Phonak's Lyric, the only extended wear hearing aid you can wear 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without worrying about changing batteries or charging your devices, allowing you to go up to 2 months without thinking about your hearing at all. That's it for this video, but you know the drill. If you like videos like these, be sure to let us know in the comment section below so that we can keep bringing you exactly what you're looking for. Of course, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with someone that you feel could use it. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notification bell so that you never miss anything new from our channel.